What is up, everybody? Josh here again. Today we have a new RuneScape Dragon Wilds video for you. Today we're going to be showing you where to get this weapon right here, which is the Granite Maul. Let's get into it, shall we? So the very first place you're going to come to is right here, and you're going to talk to Doric. And it's located right here. It's overlooking this large structure up here in the northeast side of the Fractured Plains. So you're wanting to come right here. You can just come up the path here. There's like a structure right here, and then you can come and talk to Doric. So that's the structure, and this is where we are. We're kind of overlooking that large structure over there. Come up here and talk to Doric. Just keep going through the dialogue, and you'll get a side quest called Granite Mauled. So this is for the Granite Maul, of course, and you need to investigate the secrets hidden below the Ascian's Watch, or Ascian's Watch. And what we need to do now is come over here, and we're going to activate... Anyway, so you have to go over here and activate 4 little statues, and then you get access to this dungeon. It's kind of like a hidden dungeon, or vault, if you want to call it. Yeah, so we're going to go over here and show you where to activate all 4 of the statues. And this right here is the vault that we're going to be going in. It is locked until you activate those 4 statues, and that is located right here on the map at the very base of this little structure right here on the map. Located right here, not too far from this wall on the map here, right where I'm standing here in white. There is a statue, and this is what the surroundings look like. So you just go up to it and interact with that statue. That's 1 out of 4. From that statue right there, we're going to go ahead and head towards the middle here. There's a statue you can see quite close to that one. We're going to go around the side here and click on it, and it is located right here at the very tip of this little diagram thing right here on the map. So right here on the tip of this little structure is where you'll find it. Also, from the very first one here where we showed you, you're gonna see over here, it's kind of like an X on the map. You're gonna come over here and you'll see another one you can hit interact with. That's number 3. It is located right here on the map, kind of a little bit south of these 2 rocks right here. And the very last one is right here. Seal somewhere has broken. That's number 4, and it activates the dungeon, and it's located right here on the map. So kind of below this first little bin here, down below the dungeon itself, right here on the ledge, you'll see number 4. So just go back to the vault here, and we're going to go ahead and head into the vault and go through it. Now, I would suggest for you to put a lodestone out front of this vault, or at least a bed or something like that to respawn from. This place is actually quite difficult to do. So we're going to go ahead and actually place us a lodestone right outside of it. That way we could just teleport right back and get our stuff just in case we were to die. And also make sure you have some law runes. Heading inside. We're going to go completely through this vault and show you the vault itself, but we're not going to go and show you the whole entire vault. Just basically like you do with all the other vaults, go through it and go through to the end. You're also going to see a ton of these little, I don't even know what they are. They explode if you get close to them. Make sure you just kind of use a bow and pop them. They're pretty easy to kill. You don't want to get damage bomb and waste your HP. And you can also just use magic on them as well. Like so. At the very end of the vault, you're going to come up to this statue right here, and it's going to give you the recipes for the Granite Maul, but they're in Dwarvish. And lucky you know somebody who speaks that. Before I go any further, I'm going to show you a really quick way to get through this dungeon. We've already cleared this dungeon ourselves, but from the entrance right here, you're going to head down into this area right here. There's going to be a bunch of things you need to shoot, kill. You're going to take a right here, and go straight through this little door frame, then take a left, another right, another left, and then we get to another large, wide area right here. You're going to head through this little, what kind of looks like a archway. And just kind of keep progressing up the hill, following the blue lights here. Like so. There's a box right there. Don't forget to get all the boxes for your shards and stuff like that. And then right here is the lever, and that leads to the very beginning over there. And then this right here leads over to the boss area when you pull the lever. Once you go across this bridge right here, you're going to have to kill a Vault Overlord and another enemy, and it's really difficult. Just kind of kite them around, and you can kill them with ranged weapons, or you can kill them with melee. We killed them with melee and just parried them. It wasn't too awful bad. You'll come up to this little statue right here. And now all we got to do is go back to Doric and let him translate. And going back to Doric, he goes, oh, what's that? You found something? Let me take a look at that blueprint for you. And basically you get the Granite Mauled quest completed, and you get the Maul head, wrappings, and handle. And you get the Granite Maul. So basically you can craft the Granite Maul now. So we're going to head back to our anvil and show you how to craft that. So this is a different masterwork item. There is a masterwork item, which is the maul. It requires you have the maul head, the handle, and of course the leather wrap. But you also need some vault cores and some vault shards, which you should have got from that vault. But you also have to make these things individually. So you have to make these 3 things, and then you can make the maul. The maul head requires you to have granite, wild anima, 4 of those, which you get from those infused trees, and 6 vault shards. You also need to have blightwood, silver bars, bronze bars, and vault shards, and direwolf leather, anima infused bark, and vault shards as well. So you're going to need plenty of vault shards to actually craft this recipe. Granite is really easy to get, and I'm just going to show you on the map real quick where to get it from. You get granite up here in the Stormtouch Highlands. It's probably one of the easier places to get granite. Either that or the Fractured Plains, and this is what granite looks like. It looks very similar to a stone. When you hover over it, it says granite. So just grab you some of the granite for the Granite Maul, and we are located right here if you want a place for a granite node. But there are granite nodes just pretty much everywhere. We usually go up here and get it, but there are nodes in the Fractured Plains as well. Anima infused bark and wild anima is from these anima trees like this right here in the Fractured Plains. There's one located right here, right here, right here, right here, right here, here, and right here. There's several locations. We do have a guide on the crystal bow and where to find those if you want. But all you have to do is come around the bottom of these trees and get anima infused bark like so. And that's going to let you gather those, and you're going to be able to make wild anima and use the anima infused bark to craft this weapon. And of course, to make wild anima, just take anima infused bark and put it in the kiln, and they'll give you wild anima. We pretty much already showed you where vault shards and cores come from. Just do vaults for vault shards and cores. Blightwood is from the Blood Blight Swamp. At the bases of trees, you're going to see this Blightwood root. You're just going to need to go ahead and harvest that with an axe, and that's going to give you the Blightwood. Silver bars are made from, of course, silver ore, and that's also found in the Blightwood Swamp. And this is what a silver vein looks like. You just use your rock explosion on it or use your pickaxe, and you'll be able to get silver. Pretty sure a bronze pickaxe or better will get it, or rock explosion if you're high enough mining. And of course, bronze is just copper and tin put together in the furnace. You can get that from the Fractured Plains or the Stormtouch Highlands. Direwolf leather is actually from direwolves, which you can find only in the Fractured Plains, I'm pretty sure. And it's quite easy to make. You just take a direwolf hide and place it into your tannery and start it up like that. And once you get all those mats, then you can go ahead and craft this one hammer. So now you can craft the head, the handle, and the wrappings, and then make the maul itself. And this is what the Granite Maul looks like when you craft it. Pretty neat looking, actually. It looks like it glows in the dark as well. So it does the normal 4 combo attack, like so, and then you have a middle slash ability or pushback, like so, and that's with middle click. And we're going to show you, we're going to squish this little plant right here. This is the middle mouse button, which knocks it back. Uses a lot of stamina, though. Let's try it out on one of these things, shall we? Not the greatest, honestly. I would have killed it 3 times with the whip already. But yeah, that is the Granite Maul and what it does. In the Maul, if you were to try to repair it and the smithing anvil, it's going to cost you one of the heads. So you actually have to craft a whole new Maul head, which is going to be granite, wild anima, and vault shards. Don't ever do that. Don't ever do that. So if you're really wanting to repair it, just use that level 27 artisan skill, magical mending, which requires nature and earth runes. Throw your Maul down, and then you can repair it that way. So much cheaper and faster. And look, now you have a fully repaired Maul. And that's going to be it for the Granite Maul, how to get it, craft it, and do the dungeon and everything. So if you like what you see, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and all that good stuff. Subscribing will get you RuneScape Dragon Wild videos just like this one. And hopefully, we'll see you next time. Peace.